with Pink and Maine. Thanks so much for joining me today. We're going to be making some cool, easy breezy winter cards. We're going to have fun foiled elements. We're using the Snow Family stamps and dies and more. So let's head on down and let's start creating. I have a top folding A2 size card. This is one of our pre-cut, pre-scored A2 card bases. My Mink machine is ready to go on setting 3. We're going to be doing some foiling. I've got a piece of moss cardstock cut out to 4 by 5 1/4. And then from our Winter Fun paper pack, I've got this really neat, it looks like a sweater pattern. And I cut that 3 3/4 by 5. We're going to layer that. I've got another little piece from that paper pack, the purple little snowflakes. That's 3 3/4 by about 1 1/2 inches to go across. I've got a strip of our middle school cardstock cut to about 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. We're going to slide that and put it right there across the bottom. And then we've got some elements from our Snowfall foilables cut-ups. So this piece here, it's already ready to foil. It's pre-cut for us. And we've got the sentiment we're going to use, Hello Winter, which is also from those cut-ups. It's ready to go, ready to foil. It's already cut in this fun little label shape. So let's get to foiling these pieces. I've got my Mini Mink transfer folder, and mine is getting dirty. It's heavily used, but it's going to work perfectly fine. You can use these just till they're just can't be used anymore. I've got my foil dusting brush, and I'm just going to dust off these pieces that we want to foil. Don't want anything to interfere with our foil adhering to that toner printed design. I'm also going to quickly brush off the backs of the foils so that there's no dust or anything on there. I believe both of our elements will fit in this folder at the same time. For that big round snowflake, I'm using our Sparkle Silver cheer foil. And for the Hello Winter, I have a beautiful piece of our Satin Aqua. It's a gorgeous satin foil. So let's go ahead and with the folded side of the transfer folder first, we're going to run that through the Mink machine. With the 2 loose pieces in there, I kind of support the bottom of the folder with my hand as it goes through, just to keep it nice, straight, and even. While that runs through, we can go ahead and adhere down some of these pieces to our card base. I've got my Easy Squeeze craft glue. And that was my No Clog glue pen that I keep in the nozzle of the glue. Just helps me know where my pin is and helps me if I ever have a clog or anything. It's right there to help me unclog the glue. You know what? It's liquid glue. Liquid glue is going to clog unless you're really, really good at cleaning those nozzles after every time you use it. Sometimes you're just going to get some clogged glue, but it's fairly easy to remedy that with the No Clog glue pens. Okay, so there we have our card base so far. I'm going to pull out our foiled elements. I'm going to remove them from the transfer folder, but I'm not going to do my fun peel and reveal quite yet. I like to let everything cool down before we peel and reveal. We want that bond between the toner ink and the foil to be nice and strong. If it's still hot and the toner is hot and kind of melty still, that foil is still trying to adhere to it. So now that it's cool, we can just peel this back and reveal.
Look at that gorgeous sparkly sparkle silver snowflake. Love it. Every time I foil, I just absolutely love the results. We'll peel this nice little, look at that. Our satin foils, and we do just have a couple of colors in the satin foils now, but we're adding to them. They're gorgeous. You cannot get a finish like this with any other foils out there. These are our satin finish foils, and they're beautiful. They're not that super metallic shine. They're almost an enamel finish on there. It's unique. It's beautiful. It really is gorgeous. Don't forget that with your foil negatives, you see how we have that pattern that's in the foil? We can add this to a solid toner sheet, either white or color, and we can use these foil negatives for something else later on. Let's assemble our card. I think I like how that looks there. I'm going to grab some of our foam tape. This is our giant roll of foam tape. You get 108 feet on here. I'll just peel some off, cut it with my scissors, real easy. And I'll have a piece that I can stick off to the side, and we'll use that later. I want to pop up my sentiment piece, that Hello Winter, so I'll add my foam tape to the back of it. Let me go ahead and adhere down our other pieces. I am not a winter loving person myself. I do love the warmer temperatures, and part of the reason why I live in Florida, but I do love making winter cards. There's something about these cool winter colors, the snowflakes. You can make them so sparkly and pretty, and there's just something about it that I do like making winter cards. So I'm trying to decide, how do we want, I think I like that there. We've got a little overlap. Everything is looking good. And if you're watching this, leave me a quick comment down below and let me know, do you like winter? Do you like the cold weather, the snow, the ice? Or do you just like it in crafting also? That just like that. But I don't think I'm quite finished. I think I want to add some of our sticky gems. I've got our mother of pearl over here, which is beautiful iridescent white, and I've also got our silver, and I think with the sparkle silver I'll use some of the silver sticky gems on this card. Just a little something to finish it off. Never too much sparkle and shine, right? There we have our first card. Super simple and easy, but like that foil and those little silver sticky gems added there just give it that extra touch. Beautiful. For our next card, I've got another top folding A2 size card. This one is going to be super simple and easy, but I wanted to show how gorgeous this foil is even for winter. So this is our ombre lakeside. So it's got blue, teal, green, and yellow, and silver strips or stripes of foil, but they all kind of blend together like an ink blending background, but in foil. And we're just going to foil our foilable, I can't remember if this is called ice crystals, maybe? I think so. And then we have a sentiment, Happy Winter, that is from our Snowfall Foilables cut-ups. So I'm just going to dust those off so we can get a nice, beautiful foil. Let's foil our card panel first. You can always look to the back to make sure that everything is covered and that you have it straight and how you want it. You can even foil it that way so you can watch it go through upside down, right side up. Either way will go through the ink machine. It has 2 heated rollers, so you get the heat from both sides evenly. Just remember to always cover your toner printed design. If you have any toner exposed, it will stick to your transfer folder. All right, we're going to pull this out, and while it cools, we will foil our sentiment. Remember with our foiling that we have our toner print facing up. We put the foil on there with the pretty side of the foil facing up. And then we run it through the ink machine with the folded side of the transfer folder going in first. You ready for my favorite part, the peel and reveal? Here we go. Oh yeah, gorgeous. And remember, we've got this negative pattern in here that we can now foil on a solid toner sheet. And we'll be doing that today also, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about if you've never seen that done before. But here is our panel. Super gorgeous. You see how those colors are just beautiful for these ice crystal like snowflakes? I'm going to take our sentiment piece out, and while that is cooling off, I'm just going to get a little bit more of our foam tape that I cut before. So I want to pop that sentiment piece up off the card a little for dimension. Let's do the peel and reveal. Came out gorgeous. Look at that, it says Happy Winter. Those beautiful green, blue, teal, and yellow colors. Matches the background. And I told you this is going to be a super simple card, but with these foiled panels, you just get that wow factor. Sometimes we want to make cards where we just get the satisfaction of some beautiful cards with a quick and easy though. Something we can create while we're watching one of our favorite movies or TV shows. want to do something with your hands and create.
And this is definitely something like that that you can do.
But when you're finished with it, people still won't believe that you did it by yourself. With your hands, you created this. All right, let's add our sentiment piece. Put that off to the side down there at the bottom. Gorgeous. I think I'm going to add some of these silver sticky gems for some extra texture to the card. And there we have our next card. Super simple, but super sparkly, shiny, and gorgeous. All right, I've got my parts and pieces for my next card ready to go. And we're making another top folding A2 size card. I've got my foilables ready to foil. So let's go over what we're gonna do here. This is one of our reverse blizzard foilable panels. And the reason why I say reverse is you can see the toner print is in the background. So the snowflakes are left white. So wherever that black background is, that's where our foil is going to stick. We'll just quickly dust that off so we get a nice pretty foil. We're going to foil it again with our Sparkle Silver Cheer Foil. Just flip it over and make sure I have everything lined up as I want. And I have a little excess foil on this one, so I'm going to put it over to the edge because I can always use that excess foil for something else, a little sentiment strip or something like that. So folded side going in, we're going to foil that panel. Let's pull this out and allow it to cool. We can go ahead and foil our image for the card. I've got this Let It Snow, cute little snowman with the Let It Snow and the background. This is from our Snowfall cut-ups. So it's already ready for you to foil and go. Cut into the circle for you. And I'm going to foil that in our Fairy Wings Silver. So it's going to coordinate nicely with our Sparkle Silver, but it's just a different silver. It has a beautiful holographic look to it. So we'll let that go through, and then we'll do the peel and reveal on our first piece, which was our reverse blizzard panel. Here we go. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that. No magic here, guys. You saw me put that in the transfer folder, run it through the Mink machine on number 3, and that foil transferred beautifully in the background. All that sparkle silver with the stars and the glitzy glitter pattern to it is in the background. So it's very sparkly piece, but we're not using this piece for our card. I wanted this reverse blizzard piece so that I could get the pattern from the foil, which has the snowflakes on it, to foil a solid toner sheet. So we can save this and use this for another card, okay? Let's pull out our little focal point to our card and let it cool off. And let's take our Sparkle Silver foil that we used on the first panel. and I've got a solid toner sheet. So we have toner sheets in tons of colors. We have it in white, we even have it in silver, and we have lots of colors. This is from our Beachy Colors foilable panels. So it's a beautiful teal, and it goes from light to very dark. So it's almost like an ink blended card panel. You could use it as is. If you want to make a card with just this colored panel, you could do it, that's fine. But because it's toner printed, we can add foil to it. So this is what I mean when I talk about foiling the reverse image of your foil. So look at that. You can almost kind of see what it's going to look like when it's done. We're going to add those little foil snowflakes to our color toner sheet. So always put the foil pretty side up, just as I did here on our color toner sheet, and we're going to run it through our ink machine. While that runs through, let's peel and reveal our little focal piece. There we go. There we have our Let It Snow with that beautiful background with that holographic fairy wings silver. Very pretty. And again, you have another negative pattern. You could cut with your circle die, you could cut a circle from the solid toner sheet and foil that pattern on there. That would be so cool. Okay, let's take this out of the folder, but let's give it a second to cool off before we do the magical peel and reveal. While we let that cool, I'm going to show you what I'm going to put our little focal piece on top of. I cut with our layered circle dies. I found one that was slightly larger than my foilable cut-up piece. And I cut out a piece of our white holographic cardstock. You see that beautiful holographic pattern in there? Very pretty. Looks like snow drifts. It's a very nice white holographic cardstock. So I'm going to glue our foilable cut-up piece down to that circle. There we go. There is our focal piece. It's beautiful. Let's peel and reveal what I think is going to be my favorite part of the day. Oh, look how gorgeous. So now we've used that entire piece of foil there in the center. We got 2 card panels out of it. So I kind of call it like my 2-for-1. But look at that. Is that not gorgeous? You just added foiled snowflakes to that colorful background. I'm telling you, nobody will believe that you created this stuff yourself. So let's put our card together. Again, very simple, but yet impactful. I want my piece here to kind of go off the edge of the card. So I'm going to take with my scissors and I'm actually going to cut. You can do it with your paper trimmer if you're more comfortable. I'm just going to cut a little part of the circle off. Just a tiny bit. We're not taking too much of the design. We've still got our snowflake and our Let It Snow. So let's adhere our foilable panel down. So this piece is 3 3/4 by 5, so we've got a nice white border around it, which I think really makes it pop. I just can't stop looking at those gorgeous snowflakes. So now we can add our Let It Snow piece, and I think I'm going to add it with some foam adhesive just to give some dimension and pop it off the card a little bit.
I love the release paper, comes off so easily from our foam tape. It's just a 1/16 of an inch thick, so it's thick enough to add a little dimension to your card, but not so thick that you can't easily put it in the mail to someone. Let's line this up along the edge of the card. There we go. How simple, but yet impactful. Look at all that sparkle and shine. I'm gonna leave this one like it is, not gonna add anything extra to it. I think it's just gorgeous the way it is. Hope you're still with me here. We're gonna make 2 more cards. Now this one's kind of a fun fold card. Kind of looks like an envelope when it's folded. But you need 2 card bases to create this. So this is 2 top folding card bases, and what you do, you put it in your paper trimmer and you cut diagonally. You see how one is cut this way and one is cut this way. So just make sure you're paying attention to that when you're cutting it on your trimmer. If you put them together, you're kind of creating like a triangle. You see that? So then you just put them together like so. And they look like an envelope. So I'm going to glue the card bases together first. To glue these together nice, straight, and even, I'm going to go ahead and press them together, and I'm going to line them up on the table and straighten them out. And then we can press them together. You line it up on the top of your table, and they should be nice and even. Just like so. So now let's get our parts and pieces to decorate our card. We're going to decorate the inside of that card because you see it at the back. You see how even when it's closed, you see the back of the card, the inside of the card. So we're going to decorate that by foiling this. This is another reverse blizzard foilable panel, but the snowflakes are just larger on this one. There's 2 designs in that reverse blizzard, and this is just larger, a little bit larger snowflakes. And I'm going to foil it with the beautiful satin aqua cheer foil. So I just line it up. You can see on the back where everything's lined up, and we're going to run it through the Mink machine with the folded side going in first. Keep it nice, straight, and even. You don't want to jam your machine or get the folder caught up in the rollers. Put it in nice, straight, and even. Once you do it a few times, you'll get a feel for it, and you'll just know you're going in the right way.
I have another little sentiment, Hello Winter. This is from the Snowfall Foilables Cut-Ups again. It's already pre-cut for you in that nice little sentiment banner style.
Just going to dust that off. And we're going to foil that with the same satin aqua that we used for the card panel. I probably could have just put it right there and run it through at the same time, and I just didn't think about it.
Let's let this cool a second. You can almost tell you're going to have a beautiful foil when you look at the panel and you can see the foil like stuck to the panel. If you have a few wrinkles here and there, if you really notice, those wrinkles sometimes are in the part of the pattern that's white. So they won't even matter because they're in the white part of the paper that the foil is not adhering to. I got this super smooth finish. I love to see that because I think we're going to have a beautiful foil. Let's check it out. Oh yes. That is gorgeous. Look at that beautiful satin aqua finish. Where else can you get something like that? It's beautiful. It's not overly metallic shine like most of the foils. It just has a beautiful like enamel finish.
All right, so let's bring back our foil and let's foil our sentiment. That Hello Winter, I'm gonna put right up there. Our foil right up to the top. Put that Hello Winter right up there.
When foiling something small, it's easy to look at it from the back so you can see that it's covered completely. Let's run that through the Meat Machine. Don't worry about messing up your piece of foil. Remember, the foil won't stick to anything except toner ink or something sticky. It needs something sticky to adhere to.
All right, let's pull this out of the folder and we'll give it a second to cool before we peel and reveal.
While we wait for that to cool, we can start to assemble our card a little bit. So I'm going to open up our card base, and I want our foiled panel to fit right in here. It's 4 by 5 1/4, so it fits right inside our card base. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down. Now when we close our card, we've got that beautiful foiled piece on the inside. You can always write your little message over here or over here. For the outside, I've cut some panels from the I remembered it's Cozy Winter paper pad. I'm not sure if I said that earlier correctly, but it's the Cozy Winter paper pad. So we need 2 diagonally cut pieces of paper. So what I do to get these so that they fit within these triangles with a little white border around them is I cut a rectangle 4 inches by 5 1/4. Same size as that foilable, so it's slightly smaller than the card base. So when you cut them diagonally with your paper trimmer, they're going to fit
On the triangles, like I said, with a little white border. That makes it nice.
And this fold is just kind of something fun and different, but still super easy for someone to open up. So I've got one panel I just need to glue down. When you're cutting these diagonally, you want to pay attention to how you're cutting it and how it's going to fit on the card. Sometimes I have to look at it and think about it. And again, first cutting a panel 4 by 5 1/4, and then cutting the diagonal. It's going to make it fit so that you have a little white border around those triangles. So it gives it a nice finished look. So here is our card base so far. A beautiful foil. I keep looking at it, so pretty. And then we've got this plaid from the Cozy Winter paper pack on the front. Now we're going to decorate the front of the card. Don't forget my sentiment. Let's peel and reveal. Set our foil piece aside. Yes, we've got that beautiful satin aqua. It says Hello Winter. For the front of the card, I cut a scalloped oval with our Evening Clouds cardstock, which is nice lavender. And then our layered oval dies, I cut a white piece of cardstock to go right in the center. So I'm going to adhere these two together. I want a little bit more foam tape to pop up our sentiment as well as our snow family. So this adorable little group of snowmen is from our snow family stamp set, and I used the coordinating die to cut them out. Aren't they cute? And these are easy to color. Like, all you have to do is color their little scarves and hats, and then I take the lightest light blue alcohol marker. I use Olo markers for these, and there's a super light blue. I think it's B02 or B04. I can't remember exactly, but then I just go around the outsides of the snowmen, and it adds just the slightest bit of shadowing to them. So that's a really nice little tip for the snowmen. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see me do some coloring videos. I can do some coloring with the Olo markers. They are my marker of choice right now. I've been using them for a few years since they came out, and I'm loving them. So let's get some foam tape to give some dimension to my little snow family and the sentiment. So I think before I add my snow family and my sentiments, I'm gonna glue the oval to the card base. I want the oval to open up with the right hand side, so we want to make sure we only glue this portion down here to the card base. So I'm going to kind of look at it, and I'm just going to add some glue directly to my card base.
I'm going to set the oval down. I'm just going to peek under if I need a little bit of glue. And that should do it. Okay, so now our card opens up like so. If you want to clean up this edge here, you can cut another white oval and put right over that, and you'll have a white oval that you can write your message to the recipient on if you prefer. And there's our card base so far. Love that. And just by looking at it, you wouldn't think that it's a fun opening card, but look at that. You open it just like that. I love it. Okay, so let's decide where we want. I think I want the Snow family with the sentiment right up underneath them. That way we've got our satin aqua up here, and also down here they kind of complement each other. I want to make sure they don't stick up too far from that oval at the top so the adhesive isn't sticking out above the back of the oval. So that works out perfectly. And then let's add our sentiment. Just like so, and there's our card. Super cute. It's got that beautiful foiled look to it with that fun little snow family. This would be great to send to a loved one or a friend. For our last card, I saved our satin aqua foil piece from the previous card because we're going to do some more reverse foiling here. I've got another piece of satin aqua. I've got another A2 top folding card. I've got a scallop rectangle cut out of our evening clouds. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the card base. Got another adorable snow family to add to this card. Another little strip of that white holographic cardstock. I've got our sentiment winter greetings. This is from the Snowfall foilable cut-ups again. It's already cut in the little strip for you. We're going to foil that. And we've got our solid toner sheet. This is from our two-tone foilable sheets. And it's a beautiful dark pink that gets even darker down here into a purple color, magenta. Super pretty. I cut it 3 3/4 by 5 to fit within our scalloped rectangle. I cut a little strip of it from the top, the pink portion, just to accent the card as well. But we're not going to foil that piece. We're going to use that to pull from the color in the background. So let's foil this foilable sheet. So again, we're going to use the foil from the previous card that has those snowflakes. I'm going to flip it over to the back so that I can line it up a little easier. I can see the pattern of the foil and the foilable and how it's going to fit.
And how it's going to fit, and now we can run that through the ink machine. I'm also going to foil our winter greetings with that satin aqua foil as soon as our panel is finished.
Okay, let's let that cool. I'm not going to give you any little sneak peek of what it's going to look like either. We're going to be surprised together. So let's put our winter greeting sentiment to foil next. I'll flip it over and make sure it's covered completely. Run it through.
While that runs through, I'm going to grab some more foam tape for our snow family so we can pop it up for a little dimension, as well as a piece for our sentiment. So let's add the foam tape to the back of our snow family. We'll grab our sentiment out, and once it's cooled, we'll peel and reveal. Look at that, our beautiful satin aqua winter greetings. I'm going to go ahead
and add the foam tape to the back of our sentiment. And now let's peel and reveal this gorgeous piece. Look at that.
Again, we've used this entire piece of foil and we've gotten 2 card panels out of it. But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Where else can you create something like this? We've added beautiful satin aqua snowflakes to an ombre pink into dark magenta purple paper. Simply gorgeous. Love that.
So let's glue this piece down to our card. Again, it's 3 1/4 inches by 5, so it fits perfectly into our scalloped rectangle frame. We've got our really pretty white holographic cardstock to go across. I've got a little strip of that background paper to kind of bring that pink and have it all coordinate together. We've got our winter greeting sentiment and our little snow family to put there. So let's glue these down. This is about 1 1/4 inches thick by 3 3/4, and then I've got about a 1/2 inch thick by 3 3/4 strip here of the pink. Oops.
Let's add our snow family. sit them right on top of that white holographic cardstock strip.
And then we just have to decide where our winter greetings is going to go. I think off to the side, kind of partially on that pink, partially on the white. I think that looks nice.
There we have our last card. I love it. We've got that super unique background that we created ourselves with those foiled snowflakes on the colored toner sheet. Got our adorable snow family in the forefront. Winter greetings. So fun. Let's take a quick look at the cards I created. We've got our first one with that really pretty Hello Winter, nice cozy winter knit background. Super simple, just foiled our panel, foiled our sentiment, added some silver sticky gems. Here's our fun fold with our snow family. And remember, we created this card panel that we can create another card with. So I'll hold on to that. And we used the foil from that panel on a colored toner sheet to create this card. Let it snow. And last but not least, we've got another snow family. It's a completely different color palette on this one, and I'm loving it. Thanks so much for joining me again today for creating some winter cards. I hope it inspires you to pull out some winter products that you have at home and to get creating. Let's craft away those winter blues, right? You can find all these products and more at pinkandmane.com or ask your local retailer. And until next time, my friends, keep living the creative life.